Hello, Gemini. I hope you're doing amazing. So, happy holidays. This is going to be your reading from now to the end of December. Sorry it's so late. You're my last reading for the day, actually. Um, Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, if you're returning, I appreciate you lending your energy to the channel. I hope to see you all in the new year. I want to make some really big changes by the new year. We'll see if I'm able to do so. So, so. Let's pray, Gemini, Spirit Guide, Guardian Angel, Divine Energy, Universal Energy. What do you have for Gemini? What would you like for them to know, pay attention to, or be aware of at this time? Only allowing truth, honesty, love, and acceptance within this space. Gemini, now to the end of December. Alright, Gemini. These two cards are interchangeable, are what I'm feeling. But you have the Thinking Man, 4 and 6. That's 10. The Talking Stick. And the 4th chakra, which is Archangel Raphael, 3 and 8. That's 11. So, this energy, guys. Okay. Gemini, you've been in some heavy thinking mode, trying to get clarity on a situation. So I feel like it's a situation that you have been involved in, or you feel like you have some stake in it. You know, like some stability, some achievement in whatever that particular situation is. And you've literally been trying to figure out how to be the person to come out on top on this situation. Like to be the winner of whatever this is. You know what I mean? Like be the to make the situation better. Okay? um Now a talking stick, because you have been trying to work this out, it's now time for you to take control. And you gotta say what you gotta say, and you gotta do what you gotta do. But there's very much a need for you to be in charge of what's happening. Or it's like I don't really have time to wait on someone else. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know. But you're definitely acting upon that. Speaking your mind, explaining yourself. It's like it's your time to talk here. So, now that you have expressed yourself and you feel like you've gotten your point across, now you have to figure out what your priorities are and moving forward. Yeah. Some of you are taking new beginnings, um, and letting something go and learning how to heal, understanding that you tried your best. And some of you are going to try to balance the relationship out. It can go either way. It just depends on where you are. Okay? You know, the lesson and the basis is always the same. The outcome is yours. You have free will, right? Okay, so Spirit, what do you have for Gemini now to the end of the month? Gemini now to the end of the month. Alright, we have the Empress. I'm using the After Tarot, which is interesting. I haven't used anyone's. I mean, any other decks, and all of a sudden now for yours, I want to use a different one. The Emperor. The Judgment. The Six of Swords. Queen of Swords. Five of Wands. King of Pentacles. The Five of Swords, the Three of Pentacles. On the bottom of the deck we have the Four of Pentacles and the Justice. Okay. So, like I said, you've been striving for balance, Gemini. And you've been striving to work things out. But as you transition until the end of this month, you're starting to feel like you're holding on too tightly to something that needs a revamp. It needs you, it almost feels like you are like, it needs to be changed. There needs to be something different in here, even though I've been trying to make this balance, whether this be in your life period by yourself or in a particular relationship situation. So that's the theme of this end of the year, really. Okay? Is what it is that you're holding on to that needs to be kind of like revamped or dealt with. Okay? And about you taking it into the new year in that way. So I do see the Empress and the Emperor here. It talks about two people that are meant to be together, or two people that have a connection. What's interesting is both of you are very strong in your convictions and what you believe. What's interesting is one person, which is you want growth in a situation. You want things to expand further than where it is right now. And the other person, which may be an Aries, I usually don't say signs, but the other person wants things to kind of stay the way it is. They're very like settled, and they like to have control, which is different. It's different for Aries in the way, or the Emperor energy, honestly. Sorry, I started picking at my nail. Okay. So it's different in the way that they want to be in control, or they want to feel like they're in control instead of like it being balanced. It's really interesting energy, because you want for things to move forward, but it's like they're seeing you trying to move things forward or push things forward as them losing control and needing to grasp more control. Who knows? And you felt the need, or there needs to be a choice here. Look at all these major arcana in the beginning of this row, Gemini. It just means that it's a big decision or a big moment for you. And you gotta figure it out. The judgment means that you've had time, and now it's time for the transformation. It's time for you to have that realization that there needs to be a change and that something needs to happen differently. It's exactly what it means to me. So, as you realize that something needs to change, you got to start moving forward. So, it may not be that you take control, it could be the other person, especially with them having that Emperor energy. But the Six of Swords talks about moving on. There's still baggage here, there's still things that need to be dealt with, but you're starting to move on. And as you move towards this energy here, it just means that you got to start clearing some things out. You got to start clearing out things that are not useful, right? It's like they're not useful anymore. So you got to cut them out. Okay? And it's not even this person really. It's that if they want to be in control, honestly, if they want to be in control, they're going to have to learn what needs to stay and what needs to go. If they're not able to have that type of power and deal with it, then you need to take that role. Okay? But it just comes to the BS needs to be cut out. So if you don't know how to handle your position, then it's going to be taken away from you. That happens in lots of different jobs and life situations, right? And this is going to cause conflict. But it's like you're making the decision that there needs to be something different happening here, okay? And they need to make a move or make a step so they can continue to keep their position in your life or within this situation, okay? What's interesting is I see they're going to try to fight back for their position. I feel like at first they are going to feel like you're just trying to cause conflict. But they need to see it in a different perspective. They need to see that you're trying to actually hold on to what's happening here. You're trying to be in control, right? So it's like they're trying to control the whole situation by being on this pedestal or like being in control or being the number one or whatever, and you've been trying to be nurturing to this particular situation. But now with the King of Pentacles, it's like now I'm in control of what is happening in this reality. You know, I need to be in control of what's happening in this reality because we need to start moving forward, or we need to start making steps towards something bigger and better. And I feel like they're going to fight you, Gemini. I'm going to be honest, okay? They're going to fight your decisions or your words to move forward, even though it's all for good. I don't even feel like it's for bad. It just feels like it's literally time to start healing this situation. And there's a point where you can try to fight this if you want to, okay? To the other person. They could try to fight this if they want to, but in their best interest, it would be great to work with the situation, right? There's a lot of finalities here in the end of the year. It's just like all the things that you have been dealing with and saying like, well, let's give them some more time. The reality is that we're going into the new year, okay? And right, things need to start picking up. The energy's picking up. I don't know why they're telling me something about Jupiter, and I just heard Saturn too. Is there something going on right now? I don't know. Let's see. It's literally a computer next to me, and I'm looking it up right now. So let's see, shall we? I mean, this ain't really helpful. I guess I picked the wrong link. Let's see. Sorry. Well, maybe I'm typing in the wrong thing. Maybe I should just type in. Let's see. It's talking about at the end of that year, but oh, what is this? Capricorn alignment, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. Oh, listen to this, guys. So Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are in conjunction January 2020. Um, it would enhance the sense of nurturing or nurture may mean that the individual requires a lot of nurture or is capable of extending an incredible amount of care and nurture to loved ones. So it's a nurturing energy. I don't know. And then they're giving predictions about Donald Trump. It says is a mind-blowing sound of change. This is the energy shifter of all energy shifters. Bam! My spirit guides are banging. Okay, so so this makes complete sense. So January of 2020, there's a huge transition. The changers of all changers. I get it. So there's definitely a need here to create a change. So that's what's bringing this all in. And that's what you want. You've let this other person remain in control as much as possible. And like now you're initiating the type of change that needs to happen. And they can either defend themselves against you or go along with it. I mean, that's really the case here. Yeah, you've definitely been holding on to a lot of this situation. It's been a burden, but you've definitely been being content with it, even though, you know, it's had its downs. That's what it's telling me. So, you're letting this person remain in control, like I said, but it feels like they're getting further and further from what it is that they're supposed to be doing or how they're supposed to put in the work. It's like they're missing the road. They're missing the path. They're missing what it is they're supposed to be doing. Or missing the fact that you're even like trying to give them little tidbits maybe to help them make it. They're just missing it. You know what I mean? So there needs to be a big choice. Judgment on top of judgment. So I feel like you've had a moment in the past or awakenings in the past or these evaluations on this relationship. There needs to be change, but you didn't quite do it, and now you have the opportunity to work on it. Like, it's time at this point, okay? Yeah, you got to work towards that justice that you have been craving or wanted so bad. Now it's time for you to get that, because there's some imbalance here. There's some imbalance. Not great give and take on this one, okay? Yeah, it's so important for you to hold on to your thoughts or your, like, your feelings about how how can I put this, spirit? It's so important to hold on to your thoughts about what needs to be cut out and what needs to stay in your life. Okay? Um I know it kind of feels like you're being tough, and it kind of feels like you may be holding on so tight to how you feel that it could be unhealthy. But there needs to be a conclusion to this, or it's just going to carry on until the next year. Okay? This is for someone specific, I am pretty sure. So, if you continue to fight this battle or go along with your person, because I feel like there's like defensiveness. Like, someone is definitely trying to defend themselves in this manner to feel like they're right in this situation, and like you're wrong or whatever it is that they want to do. Um, because they're trying to like manipulate the situation or use the tools that they have. It's kind of like, you're always like this, or bringing up situations from the past. So just be aware that you're staying on the course, because I feel like they're going to try to get you off of the course. Okay. Yeah, you're doing this for the greater good. Look at this. Lots of double cards, Gemini. So you're like doing this for the greater good. And you're going to have to put up a fight. I feel like you're going to have to stand up for yourself, and you're going to have to be smart about your words and what you say here. Because, yeah, there's this feeling of them trying to get you off course, okay? You got to keep this situation on course if you want for things to turn out, in a positive manner. So I feel like lots of confusion on this other person's part. So they're trying to like keep things the way that it was because they feel like it's working good for them. But I don't think that they see the bigger picture of it all. Yeah, all they see is that right now what they're feeling is not cared for or not loved or not respected, and they're not looking at the bigger picture. Okay? Yeah, you gotta let go of the bad. You gotta let go of the bad um, in order for things to move forward, right? So you gotta defend what's right, because honestly, Gemini, it looks like you've been holding on for a long time trying to work things out, and it's time for you to take control. It's like you have the talking stick now, okay? And they need to understand or switch their mindset to see that you're trying to heal this situation. You're literally trying to work with it. And you need to let go of all these things before the next year. And that's how you feel, like you're like, we need to figure this out. We have until the next year, okay? But I feel like they don't want to let go. Yeah, they don't feel like they are getting the best end of the stick by doing better. I know that sounds weird, but like They don't feel like by giving in to nurturing or moving forward or whatever it is that you want, that it's of their best interest. So they're going to be extremely defensive, and you're going to feel like trapped in this situation, kind of like a prisoner to the situation. So that's how it ends. Okay? As you know, I do not make decisions for you. I let you do those. Free will is a gift that the universe gave to you. I did not. And I will never take that away. Okay? So, thank you so much for listening, Gemini. And I will see you in the new year. Blessings, all that. If you need a private reading, links in the description box below, or you can go here. Happy holidays. I love you. Bye bye.